And say pledge. Pledge allegiance.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just let her pledge. How you doing, hon?
I'm good. I know that you're gonna do reorganization tonight. Is it possible that I could just get a picture beforehand and is it all gonna stay basically the same?
Before we're getting ready to start on, we'll have it done in two minutes. Yeah.
I'll stay for it. Thank you so much.
All right.
How are you?
Open the meeting to the organization of the board. I need a motion to call to order. Tiffany? Second? Dan? Any discussion, I guess? Vote? All in favor? Okay. First is president. According to the bylaws 151, the president of the board will open the floor to nominations for the office of president. The newly elected president should announce if they will be voting on all issues. The motion to open up, I guess that's how you said it, open up the nominations. Tiff, second. Dan. So nominations are open for just president right now.
Yes.
I'm going to nominate Jay.
Okay. Anybody else need? Anybody else? So we can just vote?
Yep.
All in favor for me, myself, Jay, to be president again? All in favor? Yeah, aye? 5. Thank you, guys.
Just make sure you announce you're going to be voting on all issues.
I will be voting just the same on all issues, yes. Okay, opportunity comments. So now we're just at the changing of the president, which we've changed, so there'll be opportunity for comments by me, which, like I said, the only comments I've got is thanks for giving me another year. I do appreciate it. And we've been doing a lot of good things and keeping everything close to the same is great, so I do thank you. Vice President, at the conclusion of the election, President, the newly elected President will then proceed with the nominations for Vice President following the motion. So we need a motion to open nominations. Mike, second. Tiff. So we need a nomination for Vice President.
Nominate Mike.
Okay. Dan? Need a second? Tiff? Okay. Anyone else? All in favor? 5. Move down to secretary. Nomination for secretary will be followed by a motion. Need a motion to talk about nominations. Mike, second. Debbie, sorry. Debbie, any nominations?
I'll nominate Tiff.
Okay. Second. Dan? Any other nominations? All in favor for Tiff? 5. This will be adjournment of the organization of the board. Need a motion to adjourn? Tiff, second. Dan, discussion? All in favor? 5. Okay.
We'll go with the pictures together, I guess.
Just want us all to stand up.
Can we just
there.
stand up in like an organized position?
Y'all can sit right where you are if you want.
Oh, okay.
Y'all look so pretty. I just want to make sure I know.
How come none of you were smiling until she was got to take a picture?
That's right. They know when to smile. Okay. Thank you for letting me interrupt.
Thank you.
Ready?
I know, right? First call someone else for
So now we'll do the financial meeting. Need a motion to call to order. Dan, second. Debbie, discussion on the financial meeting?
Is that me?
That's you.
Okay, not a whole lot, but a couple of things here. You guys get these every year, every board meeting, but the State Board of Accounts loves that I give these to you every meeting, so we'll continue to do it. If you look at that second page, that shows the receipt of the taxes in December that we got. That's what feeds this report. If you look at December's balance, it includes these taxes that we got in December. The next page is our CDs. We have one at Savista that we usually have there most of the time. And then we've got one, and we're down to one at Napoleon from our bonding. And as you can see, we've got like $2,041,000 left on that CD at Napoleon. I'll probably continue. The CD at Savista will come with February, it'll come due. And I'll get rates from just both those banks usually, just the local ones. But what I've noticed is that Savista does really good on long-term, Napoleon does really good on short-term. So I'll probably be continuing that CD in Savista, and then we'll be cashing the CD in at Napoleon here pretty soon because we're coming up on the end of the bonding and payments and all that. So I hate to see that go away.
That's a more fuzzy feeling.
I mean, it is, yeah, but, well, maybe we'll turn around here in a few months and bond again. The next one is, that's just our 1782 notice on our budget that we get. And you can see that on a couple of them on debt service, they reduced my rate because of increased assessed valuation, which that's what we do, we expect. That's fine, that's what helps keep our rate down when we promise everybody that we'll do this bonding and keep the rate down. While I'm on that topic, in debt service, you know how you guys, you don't have a copy of this, but you know how I always tell you that when we build a budget, we're talking appropriations, permission to spend this money. Well, last year on the auxiliary gym, we didn't have a payment last year. We did this year, but I forgot when I looked at my amortization schedule to add that in. Not a big deal, it's $136,000, but what I have to do now is ask permission to spend that, because I didn't capture it when I did the budget. So what I'm gonna do is I'll run that in both papers one time, and then the next month in February's meeting, we'll actually have a hearing and then a voting on that. So it's a pretty simple, it just basically says you got the money, but you gotta have the permission. So I wanted you guys to know that. If you've seen that in the paper, that's what it is. And you'll vote on it next month. So basically, in a nutshell, that's kind of it with finances. I don't, you guys know you can call me or whatever anytime if you've got any questions or anything, but pretty simple. We don't do no big investing or anything like that. But CDs do pretty good though. So we'll do some more bonding and then we'll do good.
Thanks, Trina.
Yeah.
All right, any discussion on that at all, anyone? No? So,
I will say you do a phenomenal job.
Well, thank you, Dan.
You're
I
the
try.
person who does it.
I enjoy it, so.
okay, with that being said, adjournment for the financial meeting, need a motion to adjourn. Debbie, second. Dan, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right. Next meeting here is the regular board meeting. Call to order. This Is there any additions or changes to the agenda? Please announce them at this time.
We do have a couple of changes. We're going to take off the high school principal report. We were going to talk about, Dr. Maple was going to talk about accountability and stuff, but the state has delayed that again, so there's really not a whole lot to talk about as far as that's concerned. So we'll look, and once they get that done, we'll get him back in here and add him to one of the agendas to make sure we go over that. So, and then the other thing is adding a retirement. We'll add that towards the end and talk about that one, so.
Okay. All right. So, motion to open? Tip, second. Dan? Any more discussion about the whole meeting? All in favor? 5. Patrons' comments. The board appreciates attendance at our meetings and is interested in what our patrons have to say. At this time, we are opening the floor for comments. If you or anyone or anything you would like to share with us regarding the action items, please stand and be recognized under the Deloitte Policy PO 0167.3. You'll have 3 minutes to state any comments.
My name's Bill Roberts, and I know I'm supposed to stick to the agenda, and that's what I'll do, but I don't see it called out directly in the agenda, but I would like to discuss board compensation package. Rumor at the ball game the other night was you're going to get a 125% increase because you can. To me, as a board of directors, do you think that's wise use of the money? That we're here, everybody's supposed to be here working for the students, the staff, the faculty, the taxpayers, and I think that'd be approximately $12,500. Correct me if I'm wrong, but should that not be also looked at spread across all employees as opposed to 5 individuals? I was told that the comment's been made, hey, it's there, take advantage of it, take it. I don't, as a taxpayer, representative of taxpayer, I don't believe that's a very good comment to be made by a leadership position here at the school, but so be it. But again, I'd like to understand, I don't know, it's in here somewhere, I'm sure, but I'd like to understand you guys' thinking on, and I'm going to refer to it as only a rumor, but I'd like to understand you guys' thinking about that rumor. Because I know some people have got 25, last year got a 25-cent an hour raise. This year I was told it was bumped to 3%. Looked like it was 2.5, 3% across the board. Big difference in 125. So you guys, for lack of a better term, are overhead. And it's a lot of money to spend on overhead when you got people that are working here for $13, $14 an hour doing the best they can. So again, I'd just like to understand you guys' train of thought. Maybe it's all rumor, but we won't know because again, it's going to be, I don't think it'll come out directly tonight, but maybe so.
All right, thank you. We'll note that with Sam, and Sam will try to get back with you. Anyone else? Yes.
I just want to make a comment, Stacy Gray. On the YouTube videos and watching the board meetings and even sitting here, it's hard to hear what you guys are saying when you talk among yourselves. And if it's meant to be heard by the audience and those on, at home, it makes it difficult to hear. So I don't know how that can be fixed. Sam projects really well when he speaks. Just tone of voice maybe, I don't know, but it seems like when you guys are turned towards one another, it's just hard to hear what's going on, so.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
It's the first time anybody's ever told me to
That's
talk
on
about
you.
it.
Well, I think at some other board meetings, sometimes they have little microphones or maybe they're all facing this way or something to where it projects back. I don't know, I just know that I've watched it at home and it's hard to hear, and just a little bit ago it was hard to
Sam moved
hear.
that. See if we can get something put up here. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, anyone else? All right, we'll work on action items. It is recommended the board approve the minutes of the December 15th, 2025 regular meeting. Motion. Mike, second. Dan, discussion. All in favor? 5. It is recommended the board approve payroll and other claims for the year end of December 2025 and January 2026. Motion, Dan, second, Deb, discussion. All in favor? 5. Recommended the board approve the treasurer to pay claims to the end of the month since the January meeting is so early and a lot of claims have not been received yet. Motion, Debbie, second, it's Dan, and I'll open it up. Trina says it every year, but we'll have you just say it again.
Yeah. What?
This is stuff we just have to
It-
do because of the lapse of the year. and things
Yeah,
like that, so.
actually, a lot of, like our, excuse me, credit card bill, certain bills that we can go ahead and pay anyway, that we are allowed to pay without, but there are some that will trickle in that, yeah, this meeting's just so early, I don't get some of them until later.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Any other discussion? All in favor? 5. It is recommended the board approve the transfer and appropriations as submitted for 2025. The motion. Deb, Tiffany was, I think, second. Any discussion on this?
This is just a formality too.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Anything else? All in favor? 5. It is recommended the board approve the outstanding purchases order reimbursements report for 2026 for the operations fund as submitted. Motion? Dan, second. Tiffany, discussion? All in favor? 5. It is recommended the board approve the resolution to transfer amounts from the education fund to the operations fund for 2026 as per the attached document. Motion? Dan, second. Tiff, discussion? All in favor? 5. It is recommended the entire board serve as officers of the regular session meeting and the financial committee to approve budgets and other financial matters for 2026. Motion? Debbie, second. Tiff, any discussion? All in favor? 5. It is to be recommended the board receive a compensation to be determined per year, as well as a supplement of to be determined per meeting, not to exceed, to be determined per year. Motion? Motion been made. Second? Second. Discussion?
Who made the motion?
Like to. Yep. You made the motion.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Any discussion?
Well, I don't know if it's discussion, but I guess the question, because we have to be determined.
So,
So what,
you gotta come up with that one.
Yeah.
I didn't wanna put something in
Okay.
there
without knowing.
without knowing what you guys.
No,
so,
and that's something that doesn't have to be tonight either. You can table, you can look at, you can talk about it, decide whatever you want to
It
do.
doesn't have to be determined tonight.
okay.
Just saying, there's just an amount there that's possible to be discussed, so it can be discussed.
That's another thing that has to be done every year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
This
it's
month
gotta
every
be
year.
put in the January meeting,
Oh,
but
I'm
that's
sorry,
why
I
it's
thought
on
it
here.
was like the
Correct.
actual, oh.
No,
my
yeah,
bad.
every year you have to go through this same thing and figure out compensation. They just changed what that compensation would look
Okay.
like, so
Yeah.
that's why it,
My apologies.
Yep.
No, it's all right. Any other discussion? All in favor? 5.
so would you decide not
We're just gonna think
Wait,
about it.
okay.
We're gonna- What number we're gonna be,
So
right?
just
Table it.
table it?
Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's what I thought we were gonna do.
yeah, got it.
Okay. It is recommended that Taylor Hunter Associates Kroger, Gordius and Regus LLP attorneys and Garrett Bascom Kaiser LLC serve as legal counsel 2026. Motion? Mike, Tiffany was second. Any discussion on this? This is who we got now, correct?
Correct, yeah,
Okay.
everything stays the same.
All right, all in favor? 5. It is recommended that Trina Huff be appointed as treasurer and Nancy Means as deputy treasurer with an estimated bond of $25,000 each. Motion, Deb, second was Tiff. Discussion?
It's that same, like, basically coverage if they
Just
do
bonding.
something,
Probably
wrong.
really don't need more than that, but-
Okay. Any more discussion? All in favor? 5. It's recommended the board continue the practice of using a recording secretary or an alternate to record all business transactions during an official meeting. It is recommended the corporation treasurer and the deputy treasurer share this duty as recommended by the superintendent at a rate to be determined per meeting. Motion? Mike, second was Tiff. Discussion?
Typically, this has been whatever the meeting rate is for the board, that's why we just put that. So that could be something we can table too, to make sure that whatever happens there, we'll just look at.
What's the date that we have to have this number?
Well,
I mean, it
you
should be
don't,
tonight, right?
you won't get your payment until June. You
Right,
get
but
it
when
twice
do
a
you need to
year.
know- When do we need to decide, like?
I mean, I think doing it in February is totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's done before your first payment.
Yeah.
Before June.
Yeah.
You get one in June
Correct.
and get one in December.
Yes.
So basically, we're just gonna kind of table this until next month and we'll come up with a
Yeah.
amount. Any other discussion? All in favor? 5. It is recommended the board appoint a legislation representative to serve as the delegate to the ISBA Fall Conference. Motion? Mike, second. Dan, discussion.
This is that conference that Tiffany usually goes to.
I nominate Tiffany.
Well, I
It's
said,
open, I mean, anybody can go.
Yes, anybody can go.
you
Yeah.
know the way around already.
Some places send,
You get around.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was gonna sound good.
I said, you know, yeah.
Table that.
Any other discussion? All in favor? 5. It is recommended the board meet monthly at 6 o'clock at the high school Eagle Room per the attached schedule. Motion? Tiff, second. Dan, discussion? In case anyone wouldn't know about this that may be watching, this is the Eagle Room here, so that's where we meet if you want to show up, okay? Any other discussion? All in favor? 5. It is recommended that Ripley Publishing be designated as the print media representative for the school corporation legal advertising 2026. Need a motion? Dan, second. Tiff, discussion? All in favor? 5. It is recommended the superintendent be appointed to serve as a member of the board of managers of Southeastern Career Center, the contact person representing the corporation for Title IX sexual harassment discrimination, to serve as a corporation section 504 coordinator, and the principals serve as coordinators for their respective buildings to address any concerns with handicaps of any employment or student. It is recommended that the superintendent be appointed for the school representative for Ripley, Ohio, Dearborn, Special Education Cooperative, the Wilson Center, and Civil Rights for 2026. Motion? Debbie, I think was the motion, and Dan seconded. And any discussion on this?
basically all the things I'm doing now, so, yeah.
Okay. Any further discussion? No? All in favor? 5. Recommend the board assign appointments for the people for Personnel Committee. Any motion? Mike, second. Tiffany, discussion on this and appointments. This is for the Personnel Committee, which is Dan now and Tiffany.
Yeah.
But it's
I
up
don't
for.
like to make a motion.
If
If I can, I'd
anybody
like to leave it the same. I mean, that's,
Unless somebody
Anybody
else
else
wants
would
it.
like an opportunity, I'm fine with that. If not,
does he want to be one off of it? I mean, I can take it if you don't want it. I mean, that's up to you guys.
no,
We'll
I
break
enjoy
from
doing
it.
it.
Okay. Dan, you okay?
Okay.
Nominated Dan and Tiffany for this. Motion was, I guess, made by
Mike.
Mike.
Mike seconded.
Here. All in favor of those two doing the Personnel Committee? 5. It is recommended the board assign openings for the Facilities Committee. Motion to open. Tiff, second. Debbie, discussion on this.
Facilities is Mike and
Mike,
You want facilities?
Mike and Deb,
Deb.
do you guys want to continue doing that?
I'm fine with it.
Okay. Any other discussion? Would everybody be in favor for Debbie and Mike to continue doing that role? Say aye. 5. It is recommended that the board assign appointments for the safety committee. The motion, Mike, Tiff was second. Right now, myself and Mike is on it. If anybody else would like to be on it, I have no problem stepping out. If no one else wants it, I'd be glad to take it again. Does anyone want the safety?
No, we got some good stuff going on, so I'd like to stay part of it if I can.
Okay. All right, yeah. All right, so all in favor of me and Mike continuing the safety committee? Aye, 5. It is recommended the board approve a maternity leave for Teresa Swain beginning February 16th, 2026 through April 3rd, 2026. The motion? Tiff, second. Dan? Discussion?
You guys have those papers in front of you?
Yep.
Okay.
Here's the thing, why do we have to approve this?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, if we vote no, does she have to stay?
You want to try
I
it?
mean,
No, I'm way past that. Okay, sorry. trying to be
That's all
funny.
right. Any other discussion?
That's a good question.
All in favor? 5. It is recommended the board approve a stipend of to be determined per meeting for the live broadcasting personnel. The motion, Mike, second was Dan. Discussion on this.
Same thing as the other ones, just trying to make it comparable. So once we get that figured out, we'll,
See what everybody else.
yeah, so we can just table it for now and,
They good?
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna table that?
Yep.
So, do we need to vote on the table?
No.
No. Okay. Next is, it is recommended the board approve mileage at the federal rate of .725, I guess, effective 2020.
Yeah.
Well, I got diabetes, yeah.
72.5 cents.
Yeah, 72.5 cents, that's how you say it. My eyes just wouldn't wrap on it. All right, motion on that? Tiff, second. Debbie, discussion?
Is that an increase or is that the same?
It's an increase.
Yeah,
So
and that's a
it's,
federal thing. They just tell us what they increase it to. So it was 70, right? And
It was, yeah, 7
Yeah.
point and something, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
usually
I think it was
goes up a
7.
little bit each
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
Okay.
Little cost
So
of
we'll just
living
take it
raise.
because it's there.
It was a 2.5 cent rate, or increase.
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? All in favor? 5. Just, let's see, we got one last thing, will that be under,
Add it, yeah.
just your add-in, I'll let Sam, well, I can say it.
Yeah.
It is recommended the board approve the retirement of D. Budd, elementary principal, effective June 30th, 2026. Motion?
I don't think anybody's got a motion this one. This one will do.
Debbie made a motion, second?
I'll second it.
All right, Tiffany seconded, discussion? I know we all don't want to hear this, but,
Wish you the best of luck.
yep.
There's one, tell
Really
them,
do.
vote no and see what happens.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Any more discussion? All in favor? 5. Information, really nothing this month on information, everything else was covered, but we will go into the superintendent's report.
Just a few things. A little small construction update. They actually, I know some of the questions in the auxiliary gym, like the padding that goes around, they brought some of that padding today and started installing. Of course, nothing goes perfect, so I think they were short on the padding, so now we're waiting to figure out what they're gonna do there to get it fixed, so. But I know they were on the phone today trying to get it all cleared up, so I'm confident and Bruns is all over them too, so. So that's going up as we speak. The district had a safety consultant come in on January 2nd for our teacher day and spent the morning with our staff, and it was a really good presentation. A lot of stuff that we just talked about safety, and now we've kind of expanded on things. So a lot of good information, and the big thing I can tell you from my chair is that we're starting to we got the ball rolling, we've got some good things going, and now that consistency between the two buildings is what we're striving for now, to make sure that it looks the same at the high school, junior high, elementary, same verbiage, same drills, things like that. So those are all things he talked about, so some really good information there. And I just want to give a shout out to our technology department. Over break, and this is something that you guys wouldn't have noticed, is when I got here, we've had it for years, we've had 2 emails. A Jac-Cen-Del.K12 email, and then one that was JCD apps. So, talking with Ron as we started this year, we needed to get rid of the Outlook email. Everything in education pretty much is all through Gmail, or through the Google Suites, like Google Docs, Gmail, things like that. So, the students already use that. The staff didn't. So over break, they've made the switch to where our email address stayed the same. So like smelton@Jac-Cen-Del.K12, that's kind of the official that I use for the state. But now it all runs through the Gmail suite instead of Microsoft Outlook. So there's a lot of moving parts there for them and things we had to change, but it just makes things flow so much better from our staff down to the students on what they share and things like that. So they had a lot of work they did over break, and we're still catching stuff like everything that's all my logins, maybe with state reports or whatever. We had to make sure those were fixed, or with teachers and what programs they use. So we're kind of going through now, but I think it's going to be a good thing that it just kind of cleans up and it makes us all on the same system. So they did a lot of work, and we'll shout out to them. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. All right, board comments. Again, guys, another great year. Everybody did what they needed to do, chip in here or there, or make some phone calls and things. I appreciate again that you guys followed enough of me to be the president again. I do appreciate that. And like I said, it's really all I've got. Just a thank you to you guys. Mike?
Mine's the same. I mean, we got something good going, let's keep it going, and looking forward to another year. Thank you guys for the vice presidency.
You're welcome. Ditto that, but just a big shout out to Dee. Thank you for your services, your time, and your dedication here at Jac-Cen-Del. We will definitely miss you, but we wish you and your family the best, and we, again, grateful for your services here at the school, and thank you for finishing out strong for us.
Same goes here for Dee. We really appreciate everything she's done for this corporation for a long time, really. I mean, she's done a lot, and she will be definitely missed.
Okay. All right, our next meeting, regular meeting will be here at the Jac-Cen-Del School Board of Trustees. Will be held on Monday, February 16th, 2026 at 6 o'clock right here in the high school Eagle Room. The motion for adjournment. Dan, Tiffany was second. Discussion.